What's your opponent's biggest weakness? I think that you don't really care about fighting anymore. I think that you probably make money elsewhere. I think that your heart's not in the game anymore, and I think that is your biggest weakness.
I disagree. I think you could say the same thing about you. I know you're obviously extremely successful. I think that we're both in a position we can do absolutely anything we wanted to do in life, but we choose to fight. And I think that shows that your heart and your passion is in what you do. So I know you obviously loved what you're doing too, because you don't have to fight. I don't have to fight either. But I'm in the gym every day because I love it. What do you make of your opponent's last fight and their opponent? Watching your last fight, when we were studying, I think that I know you're tough, which I love because I'm tough too. It's gonna make for a really exciting fight. Your last opponent, hard to compare your last opponent and me coming into the boxing ring with different skill sets, different experience, different backgrounds. But there's a lot to learn and a lot to take away from your last fight. But it made me excited enough to take the fight.
That was so vague, I don't know how to answer that. Yeah, I guess you're two different types of opponents. Obviously that was a great knockout and a great win. Yeah, you didn't really say anything about my boxing skills, so I don't know how to answer that, so. Yeah. What happens on fight night in your fight? I presume that your game plan would be a lot of grappling and that kind of thing and inside work just because your experience and the fights that you've had in the past. But I know what I'm gonna do fight night. I know that I'm here to upset, like I'm in America. You know, when I was landing in Houston, I was like, damn, like this is like the country of like opportunity and dreams, and I think I've conquered everything in England. So I'm like, this is my moment, and this is something that I'm gonna work so hard for. So fight night is gonna be a big upset. I know that you're the person with the most experience, but I'm here to fuck shit up.
Good luck. Where does your opponent go after you beat them? Don't know. I know after I beat you, I'm gonna go get a drink, that's for sure. Go celebrate. Maybe we'll share a drink after.
You won't look very nice.
What?
You won't look very nice. I think you're gonna be all bloodied, you're gonna be all messed up, you're gonna be like, fuck that, this is bad PR. I'm not leaving. I just got beat by an influencer, fuck that, I look awful.
I think the difference, though, is if you looked at my last two fights, both of my opponents, one had her nose broken and then I knocked the other girl's teeth out. Went 10 rounds in bare knuckle boxing without a single cut on me. So now that we have gloves on, it's a little bit different, but I feel confident either way. I'll proudly rock a black eye.
You punch people in bare knuckle and they just, like, you should have knocked them out if you broke their nose. So I guess, I don't know, does that question your power?
They're different styles. You have to understand, bare knuckle boxing and boxing are very different.
But like, if I punch someone with my fist, like I would only assume that I would knock them out. Like,
I guess we could bare knuckle box then. If you want to take the gloves off, we can do this with no gloves on.
Maybe next time.
All right.
How do you rank your opponent's experience? Fighting 10, like you've done a bit of everything. As you've obviously got BJJ experience, you've been in the octagon, you've done bare knuckle boxing. So, you know, you have that boxing experience and you have everything in between. So you're definitely my toughest and hardest and most experienced opponent to date. Boxing, just boxing, I don't know, I can't question that, but I know you have done bare knuckles, so yeah, 10.
Is your opponent doing you a favor by giving you this fight? I don't really like the phrasing of that question. Honestly, I'm thankful that you took the fight. I'm thankful and excited that I get to show off how hard I've worked for the last few years. More than anything, I'm just thankful. I'm excited. It's gonna be really, really fun, I know that.
Yeah, I'm excited for this fight. It's obviously two massive names. So. How emotionally invested is your opponent in this fight? I think I've kind of already answered this question, but I do question your mindset to win. I think that you're probably just doing this fight for the money. And like, hats off to you, it's a money fight, you know. Perhaps you see this one as like a quick cash grab, because you're obviously fighting an influencer. It's not, you know, professional fighters or anything like that. So, yeah, I just think you're doing it for the money.
Is your opponent in your head? It's an interesting question as well. Obviously, I think about you every day. Every day at the gym, every training session, every sparring session is dedicated to you. So you're in my head in a sense that you're the only thing I'll focus on from now until the fight. But that being said, it's a good thing, and it just shows what I'm focused on until then.
Yeah. You're a fan.
A fan?
When you look at your opponent in the eye, what do you see? I see someone that looks like, I don't feel like you want to kill me. I don't know. You're coming across as quite friendly. I do question that as well. I know I've had interviews and people are like, yeah, you know, Paige seems nice and, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not mistaking that for weakness, but you don't scare me. Like, I have fought some people, well, I fought one person and she genuinely did scare me, but you don't. I don't know if that's going to be a shocking thing, or I don't know, you just don't intimidate me. That's one thing.
I think being in the fight game for as long as I have, I definitely don't change who I am. I'm not a shit talker. I'm not someone in here that's gonna come in and fake it and be a bitch. That's not who I am. I trust the skills that I bring to the table. My confidence comes from training and my confidence comes from the hard work. So I don't need to come in here and try to threaten you or try to get in your face or intimidate you here, because that doesn't matter. It just matters what shows up on fight night. Why do you beat your opponent? Gosh. Lots of reasons. I know how confident I am. I know how hard I've worked. I know the experience I bring to the table. I know the value that this fight holds on me as a person. I know that every second of my life has been dedicated to fighting and to finding the next fight for me. And really, it's just another opportunity for me to show off my skill and how hard I've worked. And I'm just thankful. It's crazy. It's like a new era for me, just being thankful for the opportunities that come my way. And this is one of those ones where it's like I'm truly just blessed to be here, and it's a really fucking cool opportunity.
Why have you not fought in the last 2 years if you said you're always thinking about the next opponent?
I had 2 bare knuckle boxing matches. My third one got lined up. I was supposed to fight in London, and they canceled the fight the week of because there was protesting in London.
Give your opponent a new nickname. Fallen off. I think recently you're not as talked about anymore. I think that you had your hype when you're in the UFC, but now I think that you've lost that pull, I guess, whether it's on views or people just being interested in you. I think you've fallen off.
I mean, we're the main event for a reason, right? Your first time being a main event?
Yeah, I've been co-main, but yeah.
Okay. Rate your opponent. Strength out of 10, fitness out of 10, boxing ability out of 10. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna rate you as a fighter. I think you're tough. That's why I'm excited for this fight. I know that it's the opportunity to be fight of the night because we're both tough. I know you come out swinging. You've had some really cool fights in your last few matchups. You can see the heart that we both put into it. So I think no matter what, the fight's going to be a 10.
This is the last one. Are you under your opponent's skin? I don't know. I, as you said, that you think about me a lot, so perhaps I am under your skin in that sense, that you are thinking about me. So I guess that answers that question.
Yeah.